Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Trouble for Buhari's aide as court bars President AGF Malami, Senate from tampering with the Electoral Act. Trouble for Buhari's aide as court bars President AGF Malami, Senate from tampering with Electoral Act. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has barred the Senate from granting President Muhammadu Buhari's request to delete a section of the recently signed Electoral Act. President Buhari had last week asked the Senate to expunge Section 84(12) of the Electoral Act 2022, which prevents serving political appointees from voting as delegates as seeking elective positions during conventions or congresses of their parties. The section provides that no political appointee at any level shall be voting, delegate, or be voted for at the convention or congress of any political party for the purpose for the nomination of candidate for any election. The president's request for deletion of the section is believed to be aimed at saving the jobs of some of his political appointees who would be required to either resign from office or be denied the opportunity to contest for elective positions based on the provisions of the new Electoral Act. Justice Yang Eko, while ruling on an ex parte application by the People's Democratic Party (PDP), held that the Electoral Act had become a valid law and could not be amended without following due process. Justice Yang held that the proper place for challenge validity of any existing law was in a court of competent jurisdiction. The PDP True Counsel, Mr. James Onoja-San, had sued President Buhari and the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami over the bid to amend the already signed Electoral Act. The Senate President, Speaker, House of Representatives, Clerk of National Assembly, Senate Leader, House of Representatives Leader and Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) were named as defendants in the suit. Also joined as defendant in the suit, marked FHC ABJ CS 247-2022, were Deputy Senate President, Deputy Speaker, Deputy Senate Leader and Deputy Leader, House of Representatives. The party prayed the court for an order of interim injunction restraining the president and other defendants from refusing to implement the duly signed Electoral Act. PDP had also applied for an order of the court stopping the National Assembly from taking any step that would make provision of Section 84(12) of the Electoral Act inoperative pending the resolution of the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction Hearing of the matter has been fixed for March 21. The Whistler had earlier reported that at least 25 political aides of Presidential Buhari, including 13 serving ministers, are believed to be planning to seek elective offices in the 2023 elections. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has barred the Senate from granting President Muhammadu Buhari's request to delete a section of the recently signed Electoral Act. President Buhari had last week asked the Senate to expunge Section 84(12) of the Electoral Act 2022, which prevents serving political appointees from voting as delegates or seeking elective positions during conventions or congresses of their parties. The section provides that no political appointee at any level shall be a voting delegate or be voted for at the convention or congress of any political party for the purpose of the nomination of candidate for any election. The president's request for deletion of the section is believed to be aimed at saving the jobs of some of his political appointees who would be required to either resign from office or be denied the opportunity to contest for elective positions based on the provisions of the new Electoral Act. Justice Nyanga, while ruling on an ex-parte application by the People's Democratic Party (PDP), held that the Electoral Act had become a valid law and could not be amended without following due process. Justice Nyanga held that the proper place to challenge validity of any existing law was in a court of competent jurisdiction. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.